Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Bobby Hobby and Custom Builds. Today, we are going to get to work on putting the factory wheels and tires back on the maroon Pontiac Grand Prix. Speaking of the Pontiac Grand Prix, I want to talk a little bit about my buddy, the guy that I got it from. His name is Brave. He has a YouTube channel on YouTube. I'm going to put a link in the description down below for you guys. You guys can go on there and check it out. He has a movie called Killer Weed, and he is making another movie called How to Be a Hater. And it's all about people hating on it. So, if you're, kind of into that, go ahead and click on that link in the description down below and check his page out. He needs a little help getting, some views up there and stuff. Figured I would give a shout out to him through you guys because I have a lot of viewers. A lot of people viewing my videos, making some pretty good content. You guys go over to his channel and check it out. If you like it, hit the like, subscribe, leave comments. I'm sure he's open to comments. If there's something you think he could change, leave a comment on it. If you like what he's doing, leave a comment on that. But anyway, let's get back to the action and let me show you the wheels and tires that's going back on it. And I'm taking those wheels and tires off to give back to my boy Brave. But these are the wheels, all factory chrome Pontiac wheels. Got some fairly decent tread on most of them, 3 of them. This one's fairly decent. It's a little rubbed on the sides, but not bad. So anyway, let's get these wheels and tires over the little fence here. They're pretty nice. I like them. I always like these Pontiac rims, the factory ones. Look out here. Oh! I gotta do something about that board. It's gonna make it difficult to do this. It'll be a little easier. What's up, Tigger Bud? First things first on this project is getting the factory wheels and tires on it. That's going to basically be part 1, getting these wheels and tires on and getting the ones that's on it off. They look cool, but those wheels and tires just wasn't designed for a car like this. So it's got the shocks pressed to where whenever you hit bumps, the shocks don't really do much of their job because the wheels and tires are too big. Sorry, Tigger. I didn't mean to get you. You stepped under my foot right as I was stepping down, buddy. I'll love on him in a minute here. I have to get that string off of there before I put this one on. Alright, bud, don't step under my foot as I'm trying to step down. Okay? I didn't mean to get you a while ago. Okay. Now that we're over the fence, we can get them in the back. I'll take you back here with me, and then I'll set the camera down and come back and get these, the other 2. Sure you don't want to watch me do the other 2 after watching me do these 2. Get them over here. The main things that I'm going to do to this car right now in this video is just getting these wheels and tires off putting the factory ones back on. But mainly my plans for this car, I'm going to drive it. You never know, whenever I'm done I might sell it. Somebody offers me the right price. I'm going to get this molding stuff here and fix it, replace it. I may pop that piece off right there and get the piece that I got in here and glue that back together and try to make a fiberglass one to put back. Okay, but for this video, we're going to focus on these wheels and tires. Next video I do on it, I'm probably going to get those little console pieces inside there and replace them. And if I can find the right kind of body wrap, like cherry oak or something, I may wrap the dash panels and stuff with that. But the ideas on the paint job is, there's two ideas that I've got for it. Number one is just stripping it down and painting it jet black and doing a really dark gray spider webbing over it, you know. But then there's also, you know, painting it a dark black, you know, after I do a little body work to it, get these little creases and stuff out of it, sand it down. That ain't a crease or anything, that's just a little rust spot from where something scratched it. But sand it down, go a gloss black, and then do something like that Nissan's Midnight Purple color shift paint on it, you know, where it looks a dark purple, but as the light hits it, it shifts from purples to blues and to greens and gold, hints of gold here and there. I think that'd look really cool on it. Anyhow, let's get you guys set up over here where you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm gonna run back and get my 4-way and other 2 wheels and tires. I think you guys can see pretty good on that. But who knows? Maybe tire company somewhere might hit me up, hit my email up. There's email address in the description of the page there that y'all can hit me up on. If you want to shoot me some tires to try out and sponsor my channel, that'd be awesome. Yeah. What am I thinking? Nobody wants to sponsor my channel. It's all out of pocket. I don't know. I got a lot of viewers. So you guys must like what I'm doing, because there was only one video that I had really any comments on. That was using my 20-volt lithium battery to jump start my truck. It did, but whenever I went to try to jump start this car, which has a completely shot battery, it was replaced. It actually killed that 2-volt battery. I was just lucky enough to have an extra one. I couldn't get it to come back on or take a charge or anything, so I threw it away. Okay, so I was correct. He said that he valued the one viewer, said that he valued his 2-volt also fry your batteries. So, thank you for that. I don't know that good, but you know, hey, that's how we learn, by making mistakes, doing things. I'm just giving a hack or debunking a hack. And, I kind of proved it, but also kind of debunked it. As I said, if your battery just needs a little kick and it's not like completely shut like that one is, it'll work. And as long as you don't have to crank on it too much, it'll work. Anyway, let's get to what we came back here to do. I'm dabbling on, and you guys are wanting to see the stuff get done. So, let's get to it. Hi-ya! Yeah, buddy. You're going to hear your truck. Yeah. I'll get it jacked up and I'll show you guys. It's always a good idea to look for one of these under these cars, because if you don't hit that, you can dent up the floorboard or you can dent up the rocker panel here. So we'll just get down here and show you. I'm going to flip the phone upside down so you can kind of see where I got the jack at. Let's see. That ain't working out. Okay, there you go. See it there? That little lip? Anyway, that's where you want to, and there'll be one in the back, and there'll be two on the, there'll be one there, one right back there, and then the same on the other side of the car. Anyway. Let's get you over here again. Get you back into position. Get this old Allen wrench over here. What do you know? And I picked the right one out the first time. Well, that don't happen very often. Now, am I going to be able to break it loose? Probably not. It's probably too tight for this. But I'm going to give it a good faithful try anyway. Oh my goodness, look at that. It broke loose so easily. Hey, I know. It's because I'm using a ratchet and not an actual Allen wrench. I'm cheating. Look at that. It's okay, though. Wait a minute. Oh no, it's all lock nuts. Hope it's got the lock nut inside it. I hope I get the key out and unlock the car. Alright guys. See where I set my ratchet? It's right there. I'll be right back, guys. Gotta go get my jump box and stuff. Well, everybody, there's no lock nut key in the car, so I'm gonna have to go down to where I work at tomorrow and see if I can find one. But that'll be all for right now. I'll be back tomorrow to finish this little part of the project out. We'll see you later. Okay, everybody, I'm back. Next morning, back with changing the wheels and tires on the Pontiac Grand Prix. So I went down to the car lot and I borrowed these 3 lock tools. This is the one I think it's going to be. See them splines in there. It's got those little splines all through it. And then I borrowed this one. I don't think it'll be that one. Those splines are quite bigger, I do believe. And then there's this one, which I definitely don't believe you can see. But anyway, let's get down here and get this little cap back off. I put it back on last night because I, didn't want it to walk off. Too easy for stuff to walk off. Okay. So it's got this little Allen wrench nut in it. You'll find this on a lot of these aftermarket wheels. So you see right here that Allen wrench screw. We gotta take that out and get you back over here now. I just wanted to show you up close the nut that we're taking off there, and then I'll take you back over and show you the whole pattern and what the lug nut looks like and everything. I'm sure most of you know what lock nuts look like. There's several different kinds. There's ones that look like it has a flower in the head of it, and the lock nut key has the deal that slides down in the grooves that make out the shape of a flower or a clover or whatever it is, star. There are several different styles of lock nuts. Okay, so now we got the cap off. Bring you back over here. Show you these lock nuts. So you see how they have little splines all the way around it? We're going to take this one and it fits. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Alright. That's the one we're going to use, I'm pretty sure. We're going to go ahead and try these others just, no. I'm glad that I grabbed that booger. So basically, what you do now is you take your 4-way. It's kind of hard to do this and hold the camera too. I'm just showing you guys. So if you notice, this little key has what looks like 2 different sized nuts on there. So that one fits, the bottom one fits all the way down in real snug. But if you wanted to, you can go over to the smaller side. One of the smaller sides that should fit down in there. These lock keys usually have 2 different sizes. See, that one fits right there. But we're going to go back to where it goes all the way down in. Okay, I'm going to put you guys back up, and then I'm going to get over here and get to work breaking these loose. Then we'll jack it up and take it off, put one of the wheels back in its place, and just go all the way around the car that way. Okay. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. I'm glad that Gary Osborne down at Osborne Motor Companies has some of these lock keys and will let me borrow them. Ken Gatlin is the salesman down there. He's the one there on Saturday. He's the one to thank for letting me borrow them. They do not finance. It's cash only. Most of the stuff on there is going to be right around $4,000 or under, somewhere around there. Just a little more, as long as it don't fall off the pooch. Still up enough. I might have to drop this burger and reset it, cause okay, there we go. I think that's about off of it. A couple more pumps. There we go. Yeah, we can get that off. I'm gonna go grab those wheels real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, now we got the wheels and tires, the actual factory wheels and tires wheels over here. Gotta look at these tires and see if they're directional tires. What I mean by directional is somewhere on here, if they're actual directional tires or they have to go a certain direction, they'll have a little arrow, somewhere in here pointing in the direction the tread has to go. So we're just going to look along the edge here carefully, make sure there's no arrows. Don't actually see any. We may be good to go ahead and put them on. It's going to need new tires. I don't like that. Hopefully it's not. It might not air out. Let's hope that that's not the case. Okay, they don't look directional, so at all. Alrighty then. Just get you put back up here and we'll get this one off and one of these on. Hopefully these lug nuts will work on the factory rims. Better make sure. Okay, they go in. Okay, they'll work. It's the so you look at the bottom of these are the little short lock nuts. They have this bowl at the bottom here. So you got to make sure that the inside of the rim where the lug nut goes has that little bowl there. Otherwise, the lug nut won't seat into the rim properly, and which means that it won't, whenever you put the lug nuts on, they won't tighten down appropriately and your wheel will be wobbly. It'll do this number. Vibrate and shake. You'll end up snapping studs off, lose your wheel going down the road. All these things are bad stuff, of course, we know. We don't want that to happen while we're driving a car. Bad accident, destroys the car, possibly injures yourself or injures somebody else. Always make sure that your lug nuts is put on properly. You don't want to just go around the circle whenever you tighten them back on either. You kind of go in a star pattern. That way you evenly tighten the lug nuts down, and that ensures that the rim goes on straight and you don't bend or warp your rim tightening the lug nuts down. You'll see in this video, whenever I put the rim on, how I go about doing that. And it's only got 4 lug nuts on this one. We'll have to get some lug nuts for it. Eventually, I'll get some new lug nuts. Yay. First 22 is off. First factory wheel going back on. Yeah. Sorry, don't mean to get excited, guys. Because now, I can begin the real work on this puppy. The paint job and the little bitty interior stuff. This little body work right here. I gotta fix this fender. It's not appropriate. All you have to do on these lug nuts to make sure that they're on properly and not cross threaded is make sure that you can turn these lug nuts, thread them on 3 to 4 times at least. That ensures that they're not cross threaded, because you'll know right away if they're cross threaded. You won't be able to turn it. Okay, this one's missing the top lug nut, but I'll still proceed in a star pattern. I'm going to take you and get you closer just to show you, okay, just to make sure that you see what I'm doing. So this top one's missing. I'll get some lug nuts for it. There might be some down at the car lot that I can get Monday. I'll show you guys looking through lug nuts. But because it's missing this one, normally you'd go here, tighten it a little bit, down to here, tighten it a little bit, up to here, over to here, over to here. Once you've gotten it tightened down like that once, you'll start the pattern over, go dump, 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 putting some real torque on it. And then just to be sure, whichever one you last tightened on, just go ahead and put the lug wrench. It doesn't matter if it's lock nuts or regular lug nuts. Go ahead and put a little force on that. Move to this one, put a little force on it, put a little force on it, put a little force on it, put a little force on it. Do that. And if you got any, after you go around in that circle, any of them that tightens a little bit more, just for safe measures, good measures, go ahead and make another circle around it. Make sure none of them else got loose when you had to tighten that whichever one back down. But anyway, I'm going to try to put you a little bit closer so that you can see me performing the star on here whenever you're missing a lug nut. So readjust the camera here. I love this little iPod that I got. I bought this at Walmart. It has a little remote control on it. It snaps on the legs. It's a little button. You sync it up via Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. I don't remember. I haven't used it in a little while. But you push that button and it hits the record button for you. Push it again, it stops it. And if you're on the camera and you're trying to take a self-portrait or whatever, you've got a bunch of family over and you want to take a family picture, that little switch is great for that, because you can get all set up You can guide everybody into place, leaving whichever place you're going to be at, and then watch, on here. And then whenever you got it in the perfect place, you go over there and get in your spot. And whenever you're ready and everybody says cheese or whatever picture word that you choose, hit the button and snap the picture. Really good way to kind of do things yourself. So I'm going to start up here in the right because I've only got 4 of the lug nuts. See, I got it a little bit tight. Then I'm going to go up to this one, which is across from that one. Get it a little tight. Boom. Come down to the next one. Boom. Because there's not one up here, you just come on down here and hit that one. And now I'm going to start the pattern over again, back over here. See how that's a little bit looser? Tighten it. Tighten it. Yeah. Tightened. And then over here. And see, I'm stopping with this one. So now I'm going to perform that circle pattern. But I'm going to put a little more, force on it. See how that one tightened a little more? That one tightened a little more. That one tightened a little more. You don't want to put too much torque on it either, because you can snap them lug nut studs off. That one didn't really budge, but because I like to be safe, since it moved, I'm going to go ahead and hit these other 3 again, and then check that 4th one. Make sure it didn't budge again. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. Love it whenever it makes those noises. Now, on to the back. I'm going to kind of angle the jack a little bit differently, so I have a little more room for jacking it up, pumping on it. Get her in here. Again, like I was telling you earlier on in this episode, make sure you get under there and you look for that little jack lip, I like to call it. Turn your plate to where it'll catch on there. That way, if, like you seen on the front, it slid a little bit. Well, you got those grooves in the jack so that you can, so that whenever it does that and starts to slide on there, one of those little lips on the jack will catch the lip on the car and keep you from sliding off of your lip for jacking up the car, damaging the body and stuff. Okay. Go ahead and get you over here. So whenever you put this cover back on, these aftermarket wheels, you want to look and make sure you know where the screw goes. It's right there. If you're wondering why so many holes, most everybody knows, but for everybody who doesn't, this is called a universal hole pattern. Layman's terms, anyway. May not be the technical term, but it's what everybody would know it as. So this just it repositions the lug nut studs. So you have, like, this one fits one way, on another car it'll fit another way. So they generally go between certain brands will have 2 or 3 hole patterns, and other brands will have another 2 or 3 hole patterns. So it just depends. Then you want to make sure that you're not cross threading this little guy. It is easy to do. So we got it. It's turning pretty easy there, you can see. You know it's not cross threaded. Sometimes the threads will be a little dirty. And it'll be a little rough, but generally you'll be able to tell if you're cross threading it, because it'll be really, really hard, and you won't be able to really be able to turn it, you know. I'm trying to see if I can get a better angle for you. That's not going to be a good angle, and you're going to fall off at this angle. Let's see. That's a little bit better. I'm going to try to adjust the camera up some for you. But anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and work now. I feel I'm taking a little too much time doing this. I'm already at 21 minutes on this portion. The other half where we first tried and didn't have the right tools. Anyway, let's see if this thing will break loose easy. Probably not, but we're going to try anyway. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. Well, things are going fairly easy now that we got the right tool for it. We're going to go ahead and break these loose. Oh look, it's got all 5. Yay! Yay! I wonder what happened to the one for this. Okay, let's get to breaking these loose and jacking it up and swapping them out now. Yeah. In the words of Porky the Pig, let's get to work. Okay. Situations like this require a little extra force. You got a good lug wrench that's got leverage, but you just put your old foot up here on it like that and give it a break loose. And she did. There she goes. 3 more to go. There she goes. Yep. Sorry guys if I'm in your way. Let me try to move over here where you can actually see what's going on. Apologize. That guy's free. Okay. Now then, let's jack her up. Jack it up in the words of Porky the Pig. Damn it, Bobby. Haven't I told you that it ain't funny to mess around with other stuff? Now, Bobby, quit goofing off and get the doggone job done. These people are probably tired of watching you. All right. Always make sure you have a good spot to set your lug nuts so you do not lose them. Don't want to lose lug nuts. Lug nut losing is not a good thing. Oh yeah, don't make the mistake that I've made in the past doing stuff like this, and get your chin down too close to this four-way whenever you're uh, taking these lug nuts off. Smack yourself in the chin. That don't feel good. Trust me. You don't want to feel this metal lug wrench smacking you in the bottom of the chin. See, whenever you're spinning it like that, get your chin down there, bam, that hurts. It'll leave a mark. I broke that one loose pretty good. And if you can do it like this after you break them loose, once you've got the whole wheel up, sometimes it's a little faster to just go right on ahead and do it like that. But sometimes it don't work that easy. You guys seen in previous videos where you think everything is going to be all hunky-dory and good and easy and no issues or problems, and next thing you know, you're going on along and wham! Right there. Issue central. But hey, perseverance goes a long ways. Trying hard, giving it your best, that goes a very long ways. And one thing I like to always say, as long as you try and you give it your best, nobody can ask for any more. Always remember, guys, be yourself. Don't don't let anybody try to pressure you into being somebody or something that you're not. And always be comfortable about yourself and who you are. Uh, and you know you for the for the most part. You figure things out as you go along. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and you've seen two of them. I'm gonna stop here for a minute. I'm gonna change the other two out, and then I'll come back and show you afterwards. You guys you get the gist of it. I'll be back. All right, guys, we're back. This is it with all the factory wheels. Driver's side. And the passenger side. Looks good, don't it? Hey guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, smash that bell, hit the all, leave a comment. If you like what you see, again, like, subscribe, smash the bell, hit the all so that you get all the upcoming footage on the Pontiac here. We're going to be doing I'm pretty sure I'm just going to paint it. It's going to get sanded down real nice, primered, probably a black primer coat. I might go a gloss black on top of that, and then I'm going to do some kind of pearl pigment in the clear coat. So I'm looking for the purple to blue to green to golds maybe. But anyway, that's coming up. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Love each and every viewer, each and every subscriber. Keep coming back, guys. We'll see you next time.